Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, slow flow practice today to just get our body moving, move all our parts, get some energy going and flowing, and enjoy yourselves. So bring yourself to the back of your mat into child's pose. And you can find your child's pose either knees wide with the big toes coming towards each other behind you, or you could take the knees together and then release your forehead and your arms down to the mat. You could make a little pillow with your forearms and your hands and rest your forehead on the arms or the hands, or you could bring your forehead to rest on the mat. Take a moment here to arrive, to check in with yourself, to notice how you're feeling today, and to honor whatever is going on for you. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And let's bring it up onto the hands and knees, finding table position, but let's take the knees wide. So if you had your knees together for your child's pose, let's open the knees wide towards outer edges of the mat. And then we'll shift it forward, bring the shoulders forward over the wrists, bend your elbows, lower yourself down, so a little push-up action. Press into your hands, lift yourself back up, send your bum back to your heels. So we'll take it through a few child's pose push-ups, shifting it forward, coming through table, shoulders forward to the wrists a little bit, bend the elbows. Elbows will stack up over the wrists as you lower down, and then press yourself up and back. And again, take it forward, elbows bend, you lower yourself down, press yourself back up. Send your bum back to your heels. Let's do it one more time. Take it forward, bend the elbows, lower down, and then press yourself back up. Send your bum back to your heels, and then bring yourself into table. And then root into your fingers. Spread the fingers wide. Root down through finger pads, fingers, knuckles, outer ring of palms. Hug elbows in. Lift your knees up. Give yourself a little rock back and forth with the knees hovering. And then send your bum and your hips up to downward dog. And you could start with a bigger little bend in the knees here. Find some movement pedaling at your legs or bending, straightening your knees. And then we'll crouch it back into tiger dog, bring the belly back towards the thighs, and then hug in through the legs, lift up through the belly, glide yourself forward, finding plank pose, belly lifted, press down through the hands, and then lift up the hips and the belly, glide yourself back again, down dog. Bend your knees, crouch yourself down, roll it forward, find that plank, lift up through the belly, glide the hips back, down dog. One more time, crouch it back. Roll it forward, find that plank, and then glide the hips up and back, and then walk yourself up to the top of your mat. We'll bring it into a forward fold, hinging from the hips, bring the belly to the thighs, bigger little bend in your knees here. Shake or nod your head. You can rock your hips side to side. You could bring the hands down to the mat and sway the arms and the fingers across your mat, or you could grab your elbows and sway the elbows side to side. And then bring yourself to center. Hands to your hips. Lift up your heart. Come all the way up to stand. And then we'll take the palms together at the heart. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold yourself back into that forward fold, and then halfway lift. Fingers press into shins or thighs, lengthening back through the tail, forward through the crown of your head, and then fold it in. Hands come down to the mat. You step yourself back into downward dog. And then we'll crouch it back into tiger dog, roll it forward, find plank pose, lower your knees down, lower the pelvis down, pubic bone, belly, torso, hug the elbows in towards the rib cage, press into your fingers, into your toes, into your pubic bone, and lift up your heart. Baby cobra. And then release down, tuck your toes, press into your hands and glide the hips up and back to downward dog. And then we'll step it up to the top of the mat, halfway lift to that flat back, and then fold yourself in, press into your feet, rise all the way back up, palms together overhead, hands slide back down to heart. Let's bend the knees, send the bum back, hips back, finding Utkatasana, chair pose, arms sweep forward, and then cactus the arms, lift up through your heart, and then pull the arms together, round through the back, chin tucks in towards chest. Lift up the arms, cactus the arms out to the sides, lift the heart, curl yourself in. One more time, lift up the heart, arms come together, you curl in, and then reach the arms forward as you sit a little deeper into your chair pose. Bum back, hips back, knees back, palms come together at the heart, and then fold yourself back in, forward fold. Halfway up to that flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat. Let's step it back into plank pose. From your plank pose, press down through the hands, press the floor away, lift up through the belly, lower your knees down, lower your pubic bone, pelvis, lower all the way down, elbows hug in. Heart lifts, baby cobra, or you can lift the heart up a little higher, full cobra. Release yourself down, tuck your toes, press into the hands, glide your hips up and back, downward dog, and step or hop it up to the top of your mat. Back into that forward fold, halfway lift, fold it in, press into your feet, rise up, palms together. Hands come back down to your heart. Reach the arms up. Fold it in. Halfway lift to that flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat. Step yourself back into plank. Either drop knees down to the mat and move through baby cobra or cobra. Or you can bring it into a chaturanga, low push-up, and then an upward dog. So we'll roll forward on the toes. Shoulders come forward of the wrists, bend the elbows. Elbows will stack up over the wrists. And then come onto tops of the feet. Keep the thighs lifted. Pull the heart forward. Upward dog. And then tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back, downward dog. All meeting in downward dog. Crouch yourself down. Belly comes back to the thighs. Send the hips up, send the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, bring it underneath the chest, shift forward. Step that right foot through. We'll stay up on the ball of the left foot. Bend that back knee. Lift yourself up. Arms reach up. If it feels okay, you can straighten that back leg. Hug the right hip back. Let's take palms together at the heart. Take it into a little twist. Tuck that left elbow at side, right knee or thigh. Press palms together. Spin your gaze and your heart up towards the ceiling. Either keep the palms together or you can open up the arms. Left hand reaching down, right hand reaching up. And then palms back together. Soften that back knee, come back through center. And then reach arms up. And then hands down to the mat. Step yourself back into plank. Find your flow. Either coming down onto the belly and moving into cobra, or we'll take it into our chaturanga, low push-up again, and upward dog. Meeting back in downward dog, and then bend the knees, crouch down. Send that left leg up. Three-legged dog, bend the knee. Shift it forward, core plank. Step left foot through to that left thumb. Stay up on the ball of the right foot. Bend both knees. Peel yourself up. Belly lifts up off of the front thigh. Maybe you straighten the back leg. Reach arms up. And then we'll bring it into a little twist. On this side, palms come together. Spin it over to the left, tuck that right elbow outside, left knee, thigh, press the palms, lift up through your heart. Send your gaze up. Maybe open up the arms. And then palms come back together. And then soften the back knee as you bring yourself back through center. Arms reach up. Hands come down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. Let's drop the knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Hug the elbows in. Lift yourself up. Baby cobra. Release yourself down. Tuck the toes under. Press into your hands. Glide the hips up and back. Downward dog. And then walk your hands back to meet your feet. And come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Shake, nod your head. Rock your hips, swing your arms. And then bring yourself to center, hands to the hips, press into your feet. Lift yourself all the way up. Come to step to the center of your mat facing the long way. And then step your feet a little bit wider than the hips, soften the knees, and begin to give yourself a little sway. Let the arms sway along the sides of the body. Even giving yourself a little tap with the hands, tapping the torso, the chest. Little body drumming, turning on some nerve endings. And then let's take the hands, drum down the left leg, thigh, top of the foot, back up to the thigh, over to the right leg, thigh, calf, top of the foot, belly, low back, chest, top of the head, gently. Fingers tapping top of head. Step yourself together, and then we'll come back to the back of the mat. Sweep the arms out to the sides and up, palms together. Fold yourself back in, forward fold, and then halfway lift. Soften knees, get hands down to the mat, walk yourself back out, downward dog. Find a little movement here, pedal out legs. Bend, straighten knees. Lower knees down to the mat. Find your way back into child's pose, your child's pose. Knees together or knees wide. You see what feels best for you. And if you like, you could turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Give the wrists and the hands a little release. Maybe open, close the fingers a few times. Or you could bring the arms back alongside the feet and the shins for a relaxed child's pose. And take a few deep breaths here, breathing into the back of the lungs, filling up the whole back of your body with your breath. And then lift yourself up. Come back to sit on the heels. Bring palms together at the heart. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with ourselves. I hope this little flow helped. Got the blood pumping, the energy flowing, and put a smile on your face. Thank you so much for joining me, for sharing this practice with me. With love and gratitude, namaste.